forward, it's Instagram where it's going to be very interesting for us. Hope everybody is having an amazing day. Ooh, we're past 240 subscribers, 242. Love it. All right, it looks like
Yeah,
we
you've
are
been gaining.
live on YouTube.
I see you.
All right, so now we are going to attempt to go live on Instagram. I think it's working. And let's see what happens. Hope everybody is having an amazing day. I am CQ the Watch Guy. And remember, if you need truly independent watch advice, head on over to cqthewatchguy.com where you can see all the goodies that I love to do. I think it worked. I think
No
it
way.
worked.
We're up and running on both.
I don't know. I think we're,
Oh,
we're up on YouTube and we're up on
yeah, we're
Instagram.
on
Look at
YouTube.
that. What's
Dang.
happening? I
What's going on,
love
my
when
people?
technology works. Hope everybody is having an amazing day. Let me put who we want to talk about today. Slick Rick the Ruler, man. He just came with an amazing little feature in Watch Your Rocks magazine. And I think the live is working. What's happening?
What's
All
going
right.
on, Vimal?
What's happening, producer Vimal? Shout out producer Vimal, producer of the week. Before the week is over, we're gonna give producer Vimal what his credit. Producer Vimal hit me up, sent me a strongly worded email like "Get your ass on the air," and I didn't want to tell him, but the reason why we were taking so long is because we wanted to finally go live on Instagram, and it's happening. So thank you so much, producer Vimal. Even though I think I froze on Instagram, can you check to see if we're frozen on Instagram?
Yeah, I'm trying to log into Instagram right now on my computer.
All right, so today we're gonna talk a little bit about hip hop watches, a little bit of wherever you guys want to take the day today. But something about Rocks magazine released a great feature with Slick Rick the Ruler, who is the godfather of hip hop jewelry. This gentleman here, a great MC, and to me the godfather of hip hop jewelry and watches, and really he always says jewelry is his superhero costume that he puts on. So I thought it was really cool that he got a really good feature and classed it up amazingly, man. Like I want to wear this eye patch now. It's
Hail
insane.
Caesar.
What's going on, Caesar? Hail Caesar.
I'm sorry, but I never thought the eye patch was cool. But the watch that
You,
he's rocking and
you don't
everything.
like the Cuban, the semi-Cuban link, flat Cuban link eye patch?
I just feel like that's gonna be uncomfortable within 5 minutes. Like it's gonna fucking heat up on your like no, no.
Is it live on Instagram or is it frozen?
Yes, it's live on Instagram from what I'm seeing.
Is my
I
head moving around or no?
yes, your
All
head
right,
is moving
then.
around.
All right, so
Somebody horology critic on Instagram says live stream. So
what's
what's up?
happening, Horology Critic from Miami Watch Club? I almost said Miami Watch Society. If we go, if anything happens on Instagram stream, please let me know because I'm not getting the best information there. But anyways, hope you guys are having an amazing day. If you are new and you've never seen us go live before, I'm CQ the Watch Guy. I've been doing this for a while, and we go live pretty much every day unless the money calls. You know how that goes.
Yo, the mall said that people are gonna gouge your eyes out so they can get a pat.
I mean, like if you happen to be in an accident where like you happen to lose your eye and you're in that unfortunate circumstance and you gotta rock an eye patch, like this is the most swaggiest eye patch. You know, our good friend Hans hit me up and he's like, "This is I'd rock this eye patch. I'd rock this all day."
I can see him rocking this eye patch. What's going on, Grace? How you doing? Hand sweep. Thank you guys for stopping in. Damn, we're getting all sorts of people up in here.
Yeah, we're
Which
live
which
on
is
IG. This is a
this?
whole different crowd. What's happening? What's going on? Grace, Watch Girl, Dubai. You should follow her. She does amazing content, and we're cooking up some really amazing things. Dubai Watch Week is gonna be.
They could not have done this article without a Hublot, huh? Like they had to just sneak
Listen,
in a Hublot.
listen. You know that Ublo money's out there, so it has to. You got to drop. But I think he styled it well. They did it. He went a little bit low key on the jewelry. You just have that beautiful, what is this, a Big Bang Unico blue ceramic piece with the
Hmm.
outfit. I think it works. You
Yeah,
know,
I can't complain too much.
and with the velvet eye patch, I thought that was pretty good.
You're
And then you have
really on
the
these eye patches today, huh?
I don't know something about like. Look, he did Brown Brilliance on his shot for this eye patch. I don't know. I think it's cool. I don't know. I've been sold. I've been sold. Let me put
Hey,
my
look,
finger
you
right
know I'm a
there.
Cartier apologist, so I have nothing negative to say about this.
He has a beautiful Santos with pave diamonds, tastefully done just around the bezel, which I think is
Yeah,
really good.
if they did the whole
Really good look.
case, it would have been a little too much. So just the bezel, the black strap just kind of really sinks it hammers home the point on this watch. I like this one. This is my favorite so far.
And then he did the OG. You know, you had it, and I always thought this was impressive because it's just really how many bezels can you put on one watch. You know, so this is one, two, three, four, five, six bezels, one watch, and it's the king.
Bro, and I'm laughing at Vimal's comment. I ain't
I
gonna
don't
lie,
know.
bro. I don't see it. This like I'm confused by
Hey, I dig the coat though. I dig everything but the watch. But like, if you said I
like the
for a
bracelet.
day, I'd rock it. For a day, I'd
This
rock
looks
it.
like the Chrome Heart shit, bro. Like you were talking about the Chrome Heart Rolex. Like this is what's the difference? This is terrible.
No,
What's going on, Pivot and
this is
Spine? Thanks
iconic.
for joining in. Goldfinger 10. Hello. How y'all doing today?
What's happening, Tan? Good evening. What's going on, Goldfinger?
All right, let's get to the Diva Thune, bro. Let's go to the Diva Thune.
And
All
then we
right.
have Swiss Beats is featured in the same article. So we have the Debatoon DBD, the DB kind of two season three.
Oh, I thought, damn, so Slick Rick don't get down with DB Tune. I thought he would have had it.
They better put something on him. Cause hey, to be honest, right? If VC doesn't take this picture and like copy, you pay for the rights and use this as an advertisement, this is sick. You sold me five different. I could sell eye patches all day with this picture. Like this is like the true Godfather gentleman of hip hop, where like you're used to seeing him with all the bust down, everything like overflowing, and it's just like, hey, the bust downs on the eye patch, baby, and then you just got that patrimony. I think this is just sick.
I mean,
This is
the,
great
the
use.
the thing with the eye patch is like that's something a supervillain would wear. That I mean, at the end of the day, if you're wearing that and you're not trying to use, child labor and stressing people, I'm sorry, it's a villainous eye patch. What's going on, Johnny O? Cool, interesting, I guess. Yeah. I like the Vacheron.
Clean Colic on Instagram says the VC was the best one. Everything else is trash. I don't know if it's
Whoa,
trash. Trash is strong.
Santos was
This,
trash.
like, come on.
Come
This is
on,
factory. This is
clean.
nice. This is nice.
Be
To be
nice. Come
like, this
on.
is a good watch. This is nowhere near trash. You
Look,
know.
the
This I
Hublot, I
understand.
get it. No, bro, that's trash. Yeah, the Rolex, yeah, the blue Hublot has some class, but damn, the Santos, really?
Yeah, but the VC definitely is the star of the show. All right, let's check out some watch news. Drop in the chat and Instagram or YouTube. Let me know if there are any specific new releases, comments, questions, concerns you wanted to talk about, and let's get the ball rolling. Everybody on YouTube knows how it goes.
Kamal said the pick will turn them off because Vacheron's loyal clients are fourth gen old money and families in Asia and Europe.
Yeah, but still, this is a handsome gentleman. This is a handsome. He doesn't look, he's not like me with a big bed and like this big grizzly bear coming. This is a nice gentleman. Hey, I'd buy
I
a
think it's
million
the
dollar
I
watch
think
for
it's the
this.
patch, bro. I think he's pretty much saying that like the eye patch just doesn't sync well with the market. Because I kind of agree, like that eye patch in the photo with that Vacheron just doesn't really mesh that much with the Day Day and the Santos, but not with this one. Um, yeah. Coffee and Watches says the only sins hip hop did for watches was the aftermarket icing and trying to convince everyone Jacob 5 time quarters was something baller when it was in fact something very unballer.
I would just like to state for the record, they didn't try to convince, they convinced people that the five time zone watch was baller. I just want to put that statement there for the
Vimal
record.
agrees. It's the eye patch. The eye patch would go with a Hublot or AP, but not the Vacheron. It just the Vacheron didn't have diamonds, so that's why I was a little confused why he had like tricked out eye patch.
But because he's Slick Rick.
Yeah, but then the other foot, like he wore this eye patch with that, but then he had like a velvet eye patch. That probably would have been better for this. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
Oh, my light went out. Keep
In
going.
my opinion, I think that if you wore that eye patch with the Santos and the day date, it feels better. It makes more sense. But when he's wearing the eye patch with a classic dress watch, it sends mixed signals. So me and Vimal are of the same mind. Maybe they should have just used a different eye patch, and then this photo would have hammered home the point. There just seems to be mixed signals. It reminds
I,
me of
I
most of the ladies I speak to.
I think you guys should use some style classes to be honest with you because this,
Whoa,
like to
whoa,
me,
whoa! You're
I'm just
saying
saying,
there's a skill
I'm just
issue
saying,
with producer Vimal?
I'm just saying, as somebody who I dabble in the sartorial world once in a while, to have a really nice tailored suit like this, the color tones, you have the nice VC piece, but you're slick Rick. You gotta have a little bit of bling. You put it on the eye patch, man. I think it
Hey,
works. Now,
Pivot Inspired said, "Put the patrimony in the eye patch." There you go. But I'm just saying the iced
who
out eye
said that?
patch. Pivot Inspired
Pivot
on
smart.
Instagram. But I'm telling you, if maybe if it wasn't iced out, maybe if it was just gold. But the ice just doesn't match anything the patrimony is about. Like I just don't see the correlation personally. Is he really blind in one eye? I don't know.
Yes, he is. Oh, come on, guys. Jeez.
Well, I don't.
Vima, I thought you knew your hip hop history better. Trap Vision. I need you. I
No,
need somebody to come in and
if it was a
represent.
question about Drake, I know he has us covered.
Right? Like,
But
oh,
like,
if it's
what
not
did
a
I
Canadian,
miss? What did I miss?
gotta be a Canadian.
No, no, we're not talking shit about our northern brothers, okay? We're
No, no,
not doing that.
we love our brothers in Canada.
But that sucks. I didn't know he was blind in one eye, so me and Vimal were unaware of that. I thought that was a style thing.
All right, so I'm just fixing my.
Oh
Can you check
man.
Instagram to see if the image changed to these two watches on the screen for me?
Instagram. Oh, there it's Goldberg Mark.
Hey,
Um,
what's up, Mark Goffberg?
I'm
Happy belated birthday, sir.
confused. It's not moving because in on YouTube. Okay, there's a
What
delay
do you,
on Instagram for me. That's why.
what do you see on
You're
Instagram
good.
now?
We're good on Instagram. We're
We're
good
good.
on
All right,
Instagram. I'm
beautiful.
sorry.
All right, so we're just gonna hop around, do some watch news, drop anything in the chat if you guys want to talk about something specific. And we have some new Nevada Grenchen F77 Mark II pieces, vintage design, even better.
This shit looks like AP. Like AP, 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 AP. Like what? AP with Rolex bracelets, like vintage Rolex. What the fucking Frankenstein?
No,
The mall. I thought it
these are
was a
some
style
watches.
thing too. Do not apologize. I am also a lover of hip hop, and I did not know. We both learned something new today, Vimal. We both learned
Oh,
something new.
I, I'm sending you guys back to the hip hop school. Fired, fired, fired.
You're fired. Uh,
Wait, what would it be cultural appreciation for?
Pirates.
We're gonna get canceled off first day on Instagram. We tried, we tried. I just wanted to
Please,
get us
Mr.
get
Zucker.
across.
Please, Mr. Zuckerberg. Please let me talk about pirates. All
Oh
right.
man. Anyway,
These
so we have
watches are
two.
boring, bro. Like they didn't try to hide the fact that they were like, "Hey, let's just get the mind share for Rolex and AP, and I will just put it in one watch." Yeah. And how much are these?
That meteorite, that was nice. So let's go to the price. It's all Jay cares about. This is just the dollars and cents guy, man. These are 1,360 on the bracelet. Mark II is 1,560. So you see what I'm saying? Like, if you're telling me 1,560 for this, I think
Eh.
that we're in a good.
Oh, is it gold plated? Oh.
What's up, Gen G? She says if Zuck comes out wearing a eye patch, I know the world is ending. I mean, you couldn't see Zuck in this. I could see it.
Bro.
I could see it.
If
I'm
no,
ready to
no. If Zuck
start
is
an eye
in that,
patch. Right.
we were worried about Elon. If Zuck comes out in the eye patch, that is the real supervillain. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. Because Elon ain't got the information that Zuck got. He can put us all out of business, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. So no, I don't want to see Zuck in the eye patch. God Almighty.
What do you think about this? 1560 meteorite dial? I like this. I'd rock this.
I gotta
What's
see
your
it.
take?
I feel that all these pictures, this is doing the reverse. I feel like a lot of times when we look at these expensive watches in these photos, we're like, this isn't doing it justice. Whereas they are dressing this motherfucking $1,600 up like so much that if we hold it in our hands, we probably wouldn't like it. I feel like it in our hands as people who have held nice watches. I think that's when we'll be like, ah.
You're such an elitist. I didn't know you got so elitist. I think I think this looks good in your hand. I understand what you're saying as well, though. But I think for
Do
the
you know what
price
I'm
point,
saying though? I feel like when you hold this watch, you're thinking you're gonna get certain feels from the bracelet, certain feels from the case, and you're gonna be somewhat disappointed. Personally, that's what I think.
you gotta get hands on it because I have a PRX and it feels substantial.
Oh,
It
dude,
does.
Coffee and Watches wrote you a rap. He's like CQ's a beast. He's got experience from Dubai, Middle East. He's balling like the sheiks, rocking the yarn in the streets.
Hey, we get when we get to 1,000 followers, I'll put that in. I'm gonna say that right now. I'm gonna put it in AI and I'll rap it. I'll make a song.
I'll make the beat. I'll make the beat.
Hey,
We'll
boom.
come
Hey, we
together.
should actually. Hey, I mean, we have merch on the way.
Ramal said CQ would be drowning in alimony if Zuck goes evil. Those Insta DM slides. Oh, for real, bro.
Whew.
It would be crazier than the what's the one, the Adams Eves, whatever, what was that website that like all the married men were going on there talking to women?
Ashley Madison.
Ashley Madison. CQ's DMs is the equivalent of Ashley Madison, for sure. All the cougars are out there.
What's up, Dave on
Hey,
Instagram? Hey, incoming
Vito.
birthday.
Yeah.
Hey, big birthday coming.
Big,
Shout out.
he's turning 25, man. One of our youngest friends in the group. It's so nice to see
Yeah,
it.
he's the jit. We call him the little jit.
Oh, Jitito.
Oh man, so I think I'm thumbs up on these, but Jay is
Gen
thumbs
G said it
down.
best. This watch is like when a Chrysler 300 pulls up next to a Bentley. It's all fun
Hey,
and games, man. When you got that shorty who's got that natural body, and then the BBL body comes over, it's like, nah, you gotta go with the natural body. This is BBL. I'm done.
you know what's so crazy? There was a time when the Chrysler 300 was the
Oh, bro.
Chrysler 300,
Oh,
the
God.
Dodge Magnum, the
The
Charger
challenge is
when it
still
first
hard.
came
The
back.
challenge is
The,
still
the
hard.
Challenger's still hard,
The
but I
challenge
remember
is
the
still hard.
Chrysler 300 was a John, man. That was what the people wanted,
But
and
Genji said
then
it best. It's
oh,
all
that Bentley
fun
pulls
until you
up.
see the AP, bro. And when you see that AP next to this, or you see that Rolex next to this, conversation goes out the window, for sure.
All right, so let's see what else popped up from Hodinky. Did we talk about these? This type sim actually looks interesting.
Mm. I don't think we've talked about this brand before.
No, let's see. American micro brand type sim. All right, American made. All right, let's go to the price first. Yeah, it looks
It's
good.
got to be sub five.
It
Got to be.
is. Where's the price? I like the watch, but where's the price? Um,
It's giving
Let me find the price and make sure I don't
somewhat
screw up.
Black Bay vibes. Yo, SC, long time no see.
Oh, what's up? SE.
Yeah, it gives me a little bit of Blanc Pond vibes. I don't know why. Because is this even a dive watch?
Well, I think it's a
It's
diver. It's a desk diver.
it reminds me of like a bath escape type of thing going on. I wonder if the green at 12 changes or if that's just it's not gonna change. This is
No,
a
it's not
sub
gonna
five
change.
thousand dollar watch for sure.
Yeah, I'm on their website now, but I can't. $999.
Makes sense. Especially since it's like no bracelets on a NATO. 100 meters.
You can pre-order it now.
You get this one or the space one?
Oh, the space ones. Space ones for sure. Even though I've been really attracted to like these kind of real vintagey style divers, especially at this price point. It's something that I would definitely take a swing at. Um, let's see what else they do. I've never heard of them. I'm interested that they're American based.
SC is wondering what's on the wrist. I guess the wrist check to the whole chat as well. What were you
Uh,
wearing on the wrist chat?
Instagram as well. Type what you have on the wrist today. I have my Tissot PRX, the green machine, my integrated bracelet. Best friend is my BFF.
I'm still wearing the Apple Watch. I gotta change the. I have a Quartz Omega Aquaterra. I gotta change the
Yeah.
battery. There's no sense in wearing it if it can't tell me the time.
But I've seen a lot of people do that before, weird things without telling time. I like this type sim. The rest of them, I need to do a little bit more research on. But this vintage diver, I
The
like it.
champagne-ish style one wasn't terrible, but you're right. The texture aspect is a little.
Football
Jamal's
has on.
wearing. Oh, God, sorry.
No, you go. You go.
I was just saying he had the Datejust 36 Wimbledon dial, smooth oyster. I love the Wimbledon dial, man. It's very nice.
It's one of the best
Von Cruel, what's
stills.
going on, Von Cruel? He has
What's happening, Von
the,
Cruel?
the Citizen ProMaster Land AT6085-50E titanium with DLC. Very nice. Coffee and Watches asks, I need CQ and J's thoughts on one, Ren Driver Seafoam, and two, the Time plus Tide Zenith watch. Latter was nice, but super expensive for what it is. Both recent releases. Hmm. I don't think we've
But,
talked about
we talked about the Zenit a little bit, but
the
I think
Zenith.
that's a good one. Good
But
one
the Red
to
Driver,
bring
I don't
up.
think we've ever spoken about the
So
Wind.
I'll pull up the Ren driver on the side.
The Wimbledon.
Now, which variation Wimbledon? Let me ask you a question. Could two Wimbledons live in the same collection?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I prefer, right? I prefer the two-tone Wimbledon with the fluted gold bezel, personally. I also prefer it on the oyster. So yeah, I think that oyster two-tone with the gold bezel.
Interesting.
My
See,
personal favorite. What
so
about you?
I think fluted Jubilee, but
Jubilee's
I've seen a smooth bezel oyster, and like I'm not mad at it. And then when we go steel, I could take any flavor. It's probably one of the best watches made, to be honest with you. Something about it, the colors, they just work.
I agree. I definitely agree. Taz says he's got the Lang Odysseus white gold rubber strap on the wrist. Woo! Odysseus, baby. Let's
Hey,
go.
love it, love it. And Von Krul,
SC. Oh, go ahead.
oh,
Sorry.
you go,
No, no,
you go.
no.
Von Krul makes a great point. Each collector makes their own rules. You make your own rules on
Big
how you like
time.
to collect.
SC seems to love the PRX. Got the rose tone dark blue dial on order. Should make for a fun summer beater. Agreed. And then Coffee and Watches says, is it just me or would a Land Dweller Wimbledon be the ultimate Rolex Wimbledon? The Land Dweller bracelet is so nice. Yeah, it probably would be very nice.
Ooh, I like that. I like that idea a lot. A
But I
Land
think that
Dweller
they're going to
Wimbledon.
be very particular about what they do with the Land Dweller. Would you say?
Yes. Yeah. Because if they take it nice and slow like they usually do, then they'll just be able to give you like a Wimbledon or something like that, and everybody will just go, "Oh my God, we got a Wimbledon." So I think they know what they're doing.
Oh, this is nice. I like the
Ooh.
dial.
So this is a Ren watches R the WREN Ren Diver 38 millimeter Seaphone Cars and Coffee wants our opinion
I
from the
like it.
colors alone. Aesthetically, I like it. 38 millimeters, so it looks good on the wrist.
It's a Swiss made. Interesting. I don't know. I thought maybe it might be Japanese or something. It's
Ooh,
Swiss made.
a decent movement too. A decent movement. I like how they did the rotor.
This is like what I wish Tudor would do sometimes. Like this is like
Yeah,
a cool, funky Tudor-ish, and a better price than what you'd pay for a Tudor. I like it.
I think so. I think this is a win.
I like the dial color a lot. I like that. Is it fume? Can we say that's fume, or what is it when it's like
I
it's
don't know
not
if it's
fume?
technically. Is it technically? What is the true definition of fume? We gotta figure it out. Watch Eco. What is up, my brother? Brother from another mother. Definitely in past lives, me and that brother has went to some battles together, and we excited to see you very soon, man. We're gonna do some very fun things. What is the definition of fume? What is the true definition of fume? We, Friday's the fume episode. Tomorrow, Friday fume episode. Boom, it's done. But I like this watch. I'm a fan.
So they Coffee and Watches is saying that it's a combination when or Ren, is a combination of wrist and enthusiast. They just took the first two letters, so that's
I'm a
pretty cool.
little, super super smart at times, but sometimes the obvious things get me, you know.
Well, I mean, if you didn't know about, no, it's supposedly a publication company, I
But
guess.
you know, because I know of wrist enthusiast, and I remember he had his own watches called Ren, and like I didn't put it together. And to be honest, I love this because the quality looks of this watch is amazing. So I'm love that he's producing these type of watches, and it makes you want to look at what else is under the Ren,
Anytime
the
coffee and
Ren
watches, anytime.
Anytime coffee. If you're leaving, just a quick note on that Zenit. I think it looks cool. It's gonna be great on the secondary market, but it's priced a little bit too high. But we're gonna talk about it in a little bit more in length. But just in case you're dipping out, actually, I like all of their 38s. Has
Um,
anybody worn these or felt these in the metal? These look pretty cool.
and confirm fume means smoke in French. I like fume a lot.
Fun fact about CQ the Watch Guy: I took 3 years of French class, but I spent them in the back talking to the Spanish speaking ladies, and the only thing I know is bonjour, je m'appelle Jean Claude. Ça va? Hey, but I passed. Miracles happen. Thank you, Madame Dakari. You're an amazing person. And now, like I'm in the watch business. Like, man, if I paid attention in French class, I'd have been.
Oh God.
Pay attention in school, kids. Do not be like CQ the Watch Guy.
Vamal said good size too, but how sure are we on the depth rating? Why are you worried? Why do you feel like they wouldn't be able to go to those depths?
Well, because Vimal, producer Vimal, is an advocate of the people. He's an advocate of the consumers, and he doesn't want anybody out there with
Is it because that's an open
non-factual
case
fake
back?
goods.
No, well, I'm just asking genuinely. Like, is it
Oh,
because
well, I don't know. Well, it's
like
200 meters, so most people don't do 200.
no,
But
but
this
that's
was
a
a
closed
closed
case
case
back.
back.
Yeah, the other one didn't, right? The other one had an open. So I
It
could
did.
see why if it had an open case back, where you'd be like, "Are we really sure this can go that deep?" But with a closed case back,
I feel you, Von Cruel. I I can't talk about it because we're on Instagram now. So now,
wait,
people are
you understood
watching,
what
so
he
I can't.
said?
I understood.
Oh,
He took French and he doesn't really speak it either.
uh,
But yeah, I can't when you do the YouTube private hours chat, you can go into more in that story. Is this 200 as well? I mean, if they say it, I don't know why I wouldn't believe it. But if they want to send one to us for us to test, our Ren watches, wrist enthusiasts, don't know you, but I do love your content. If somebody sees this or you're on Instagram watching right now, send us a few watches. We'll take it to the islands and test it out for you, and we'll give you an accurate depth rating. If it breaks, not our fault though. Just saying. But this looks
um,
beautiful.
but Mal said my question was, do these low cost indies do independent testing to certify the depth rating? That's an even better question. Who's who's checking these guys to make sure that they are factually stating this stuff? That's a great question.
I do not 100% know the answer to that question. Therefore, yeah, that's a very, very good question, producer Vimal.
Chris DDS said checking out a
Wow.
116500 black dial on the gray market, but I can't get past the fact that I can get a 116503 for cheaper with a little gold.
So that's an age-old question. Let me just pull up Chrono 24, and then we'll go on to this. And so we are talking about a Daytona 116500. So that is a Panda. What is it, Black Dial? So Panda Black Dial, and the prices for these are very, very close to the two-tone ones. But and oftentimes you could probably get a two-tone one cheaper,
But can we
right?
be honest here? I've never fucking seen a two-tone Daytona I liked.
Well,
The blue dial, the blue dial. But beyond that, no, nope, nope, no, no. I said what I said.
a
There's a
little bit.
reason the steel panda goes so hard. There's a real like the two-tone works, but there's a reason why the steel models sell for more than the two-tone. Like I feel like the two-tone just is not the best for
Okay, so
Daytonas.
all right. Okay, so let's say you're right
Personally,
because
personal,
you're
personally.
absolutely right. right? The popularity of the steel pieces will always be more than the two tone pieces. So if you find yourself in a position like Chris DDS, who I'm guessing he enjoys both pieces. He enjoys the looks of a two tone piece, and he enjoys the look of a steel piece. Which dial two tone piece, Chris? Or let us know in the chat. Can you justify paying more for a steel piece, or would you just say, "Hey, I like the two tone piece anyways. Why not get some savings?"
Check out the black dial. No, no, and Chris, please understand that like I'm very particular about what just because I've seen them
Jay's just
all.
a hater. Jay's just an
Yeah,
overall hater. So you gotta
I'm
get.
gonna get a hat. It's gonna be a tinfoil hat that says hater. This is not bad. This is not bad at all. I just, I, it's not bad. I'm sorry.
So Chris, if I was in your shoes, it's really what you'd wear more, man. If you know you're gonna get that steel dial and wear the crap out of it, then it's worth it. But I'm somebody I have this watch, a Zenit Movement, back home, and I love that watch, and I wear that watch a ton, and need to get it serviced and fixed and blah blah blah. So I would get the savings and just enjoy the watch and save the few $1,000. And I mean, you could probably get into the newer version, the 126503, for a price of a 116. Maybe I'm smoking something, but no. Look, so see, this is you could get the newer variation. You could get a 126503 for about the same price as a black dial 116. So
But
you really gotta think about it.
it, black dial steel, right?
Yes. Yes. Black dial steel. Both black
But so
dials.
but it goes back to like Von Cruz said, every collector sets their own parameters and rules. So it's like if Chris DDS does not mind the two tone, like if he actually prefers a little bit of gold, then this is a fucking steal. Like he wins. For me, I just don't like the two tones with Daytonas, even though Chris is looking at the one, because I don't like the champagne. I'm not a big fan of this. The blue
Yeah.
dial with the Arabic is okay. The white dial, I'm with them all. The white dial kind of comes across a feminine. The black dial is the one. I think the black dial, if you're
Really?
going to, white dial comes across as feminine as hell to me. Yes. The, that is the champagne isn't that feminine. The white dial, that that is not a his
So,
and hers. That's a hers. If there was a ladies Daytona, it's this.
what do we think about that, chat? What do you think? Because the funny thing is like once I started living in South Florida so many years ago, the Daytona became a ladies' watch, and so many ladies were rocking their Daytona, and I loved it. But I don't know if the white dial is effeminate.
I'm just saying, man. Like I don't agree with all the two tones Daytonas being feminine, but the white dial specifically. Like the black dial is good and the blue Arabic is good. Like I'm with Chris DDS. Those are good finds. Just please don't get the white dial. Please. Please, Chris.
What's shout out to Duraj, who's up very late. Don't be
Oh,
sorry
Black
you're late.
Sabbath.
And he was
Ooh.
at the Black Sabbath farewell concert, man. Seen so many video, like awesome, man. I hope you had
Hey, my day
amazing
is
time
made.
out
SE
there.
is with me. So I
Yeah.
got one approval from
Eh,
SE. I'm good.
wait. We got a SC cosign. The Gottlieb and Co. German Confederation is folding on me. I need Pooley to come represent.
No, and you asked the chat why. So I'm confused.
You're
You
right. You're
asked a
right. No.
question, and he was being honest.
I can see it. I can see what you guys are saying.
My dude Pat. Hey, Pat, agree.
Hey,
Me and
oh
Pat were in line.
wow.
Yeah,
Now
Chris. Chris,
I
you're
need my
right.
Instagram soldiers to defend me here.
I think the black dial. If you're getting it cheaper than all steel, yes. The answer is yes.
It, if you're gonna wear it, why not, man? If you're gonna wear it, why
And
not?
I
Now,
do
if you say
think,
I'm not gonna wear the two tone as much as the steel, then you've answered the question. What's the cheapest 1165 right now?
of course, Chris. Anytime.
Anytime, Chris. And if anybody is facing buying decisions, this or that, or just a random thing you want us to talk about it, drop it in the chat. Tomorrow is gonna be Fume Friday.
I think it's the ceramic aspect that just makes the dial and everything pop on the steel. I think, and it's funny enough, I don't think the white dial ceramic is feminine. And
It's the gold, cause
It's the
gold and white,
gold.
the
Yes.
gold and white.
And it's a
I
yellow gold too. And it's
yes.
weird. I think that the yellow gold kind of with the two tone on it comes across as feminine. If it was rose, I think it might have worked. But the yellow is kind of, I don't know. I like that the all black Daytona, man. Like it's a nice watch.
So let me ask you a question. Do you do the OG 116 500 full ceramic bezel, or do you put a rim around the bezel? What are your thoughts on that?
Hmm? What do you mean?
Rim around the bezel, because the
I
new
don't.
one has that metal rim.
What? What?
Look at
What?
this
Can you go closer? I don't see the rim.
under ceramic bezel. Wait, let me find a good picture.
Sorry, I'm sorry because like I'm on delay, so I can only see a microscopic screen until YouTube catches up.
All right, it's gonna catch up in a second. But around the bezel on the new ones, there's the
Oh,
metal
that's
rim.
ass, bro. I don't like these new ones. I'm sorry. I like the older models way more. What did they do? Did they add an escapement clutch? Does it hold power for longer? I just, you know what? Oh, you know what? We're gonna make the same watch. We're gonna tell you we switched the movement up a little bit, and we're gonna change it to a 1-2 instead of a 1-1. This is why I really just missed the fucking mark with Rolex. Because what's the difference? The
His
metal
buddy
rim?
has it. Yeah, pretty much. He has the black dial steel on a black rubber B with a thin red strip or stripe. I think that's pretty good.
Mm.
Who are these people? SE, you need to hang out with better folks. That's how. Wait, but the problem with two tone is people always assume you couldn't get stainless steel and settle for it. You have to seriously not care. It's wild. It's unfortunate that some people will make that presumption. But some people just like two tone. But it's a thing. It's a thing.
Rose says there's tremendous history with the two-tone white dial Daytona. That's the trophy watch. Win 24 hours at Daytona, and that's what you're getting. Look, Rose, I completely understand the history, but let me tell you something. I don't care about the history. I love the aesthetics, and I did not like the white dial. But given what you've said, now I understand why people actually gravitate towards the white dial. I did not know that that's what you win. So thank you for that. I didn't know. So maybe I was a little too harsh on the white dial. Um, they're called collectors. Okay, I see. Jesus. Um, Coffee and Watson says, just give me a Zenith Chronomaster Sport at this point. El Primero Supremacy is what I'm here for.
Oh, Premier
Hmm.
supremacy. I can feel it. All right. We're gonna talk about the
Rose
new.
does say, walk around the garage at a major race and you'll see crew guys get rocking the two-tone white dial, signifying they worked on a winning team at Daytona. It's a good watch. Okay, I
I'm
mean,
with
I
you,
did not
Rose.
know that,
I'm with
Rose.
you.
I did,
These guys out here telling people they're wearing
but
girly watches.
but I didn't. I just said that I felt it's feminine, and we all know the crew guys are not feminine. You know, they got the oil slicks on the wrist and all. But I still think that a regular person who's not in the pit, maybe if you didn't win a Daytona, you get the black dial.
All right. By the suggestions of Cars and Coffee, we're going to talk about the new Zenit in collaboration with Time and Tide Defy, Skyline, Skeleton, White Surfer in white ceramic.
I'm sorry. Before we fully dive in, Rose does say that now that it's Zenith Chronomaster, that signals everyone who couldn't get a Daytona. That's not fair. Some people do like Zenith.
It's crazy, right? So how I think you do the Xena Chronomaster is you go for like all the versions that don't look like Daytonas, and then you can end up getting like some really cool watches. Like if you do the Xena Chronomaster Sport, I think if it's Japan, you got a platinum dial. You know what I mean? You got a glacier dial, Daytona. You know what I'm saying? For 12.5. There's a lot of cool little editions there
I
that you
don't
can
know how
have.
serious you're being. Like, are we having a serious conversation right now, or are you trolling?
No, I'm not having a. Listen, if you guys want to pay a couple $100,000, 60 grand for a steel watch, I'm trying to tell you, you could get the El Primero, the movement that heard around the world for great value. You know what I'm
I wonder
saying?
if they had to put in a contract that they had to make the sub dials three different fucking colors every time they do it. Just like so we can make the distinction that we're not Daytonas. Like, ugh.
Oh man, I think they just enjoy it. But look, you could get a factory rainbow, almost Daytona for 58.4. I'd buy this watch.
I'm
Just
surprised that we're at 17 watches now, dude, because like my eyes are fucking glazing over by the second.
oh man. But I mean, people want John Mayers. They're paying 100 grand
Bro,
for a
but
John Mayer, bro.
bro, but we're not looking at the same thing. Like you can't, like, come on,
All right,
bro.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. But for the price, though, I want to not joke for a second.
Wait,
Like,
wait, wait. Hey, hey, do not talk about my quarterback, coffee
I
and
wasn't gonna
matches.
say it. I wasn't gonna
All right.
say.
I have to deal with this for 1 year. This is not the Aaron Rodgers ayahuasca zenith, okay? Let's not do this. Uh,
I was trying hard not to say anything. And it's
I
so
gotta
funny
get
because
I
like,
gotta get him the two-tone Daytona with the black dials, black and yellow, baby. Steelers.
I think the Chronomaster Sport are actually really fun watches. This is the one I like. That gives you that white gold Daytona vibe. This is a bad picture of it, but for the prices they're at now, they're just steals. And you get that Daytona, that good chronograph look. You got a El Primero, but great summer watches. Great, like, give somebody a gift.
When you say you get the Daytona look,
I mean that in jest, like, just
okay. I just wanted you to say that because you are an expert to a certain extent and you do give
yeah, no,
advice.
we're having
So
fun. This is a fun show.
yeah, but
But
people
they
might
can
take
be.
this out of context
Oh,
and have you
okay.
over here pushing Zenith Chrono Masters. You
So,
might be
so,
a what's the guy who teaches people how to sell watches? You don't want to end up in
yeah.
his lane.
Um,
See, Rose. Hey, John D,
I'm
what's going
sorry.
on,
I'm
John
sorry.
D? I'm telling you, bro. Like they love you. The fact that they're still here shows
Hey,
that the
I love
people.
you guys too. I
'Cause we
love you
lost
guys.
Instagram. I'm the only one watching on
Yeah, no, no.
Instagram.
So Instagram, we get up to 4 people, and then like hey, but everybody's jumping in for a second. So, Instagram is the first time. YouTube is our family, and you guys are supporting. So I love it. I love it. Oh man! All right, let's go back to the Zenith. All right, Zenith in collaboration with Time and Tide, Defy Skeleton White Surface Ceramic. I think the looks of this watch is pretty good, but I think the issue we had with it last time is it's $19,600. So I want everybody to put in that they would pay for this watch at retail. White ceramic, all ceramic bracelet, all ceramic case. I think it's a cool looking watch. I just think 20,000 is a lot of scratch in 2025 on a watch that you won't be able to get. You're gonna struggle to get 10,000 out of it from a dealer.
6 months from now, 1916 is gonna list it for 10,950.
No, no, I feel like Michael Allen will fall in love with it and put it up for like 15. They'll try.
No, no.
Well,
Okay, you said fall in love with. You mean they mistakenly paid too much for it? No, 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 no. It's a 10,950 watch. No, 12K Gen G is very nice. I think retail would, yes. But I think that when we see it pre-owned, 10,950, and I don't, Allen is there to make sure that Mike does not buy this watch for more than $8,000. That's the way the system works.
well, let me
They,
let me see if there's better pictures of this watch. Silver.
um, Rose said, I'd pay the gum wrappers in my pockets for that thing. Damn. SC says, All Star chat against. I mean, look, Rose, I think that that's a little bit strong. I do think that there is some value here. The bracelet on this watch is really nice. And the fact that, like, they have that blue kind of skeletonization. But you're right. They are very, very over their skis for their retail price.
I don't know if this is a weird shot.
She
This is
said,
a weird shot.
Rose says, starting off with two tutors and a Casio at a feast.
Oh man. Oh, look at a little Bombay Sapphire. Oh, the Bombay Sapphire edition. I like the branding. I like it on the white strap. I honestly probably don't even wear it on the bracelet. I put on this white strap.
I'm not a
Cool
fan of ceramic
watch.
watches in general, but I do appreciate what they did. The dial is specifically, but I'm with Rose. Like a ceramic anything in my opinion, is kind of like you're really, really trying something. Like AP does it okay, Richard Mille does it okay, Google does it okay, but nobody. I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of ceramic watches personally.
All right, it's a no. It's a yes for me if you get it on the secondary market
So
because of the
Cactus
price.
Scarab 2012 says this is for the guy who missed out on the AP ceramic Royal Oak. What am I
Yes.
missing? I mean, yeah, this is a watch for somebody who couldn't get the ceramic AP, couldn't get the ceramic Richard Mille. Um,
And that's a market, right? Because listen, this is 20 grand. All those other watches are over six figures. You know what I mean?
Vimal says, "Hey, no, it's not an AP, but actually, Zenith used to make movements for Rolex. Want to get out of here? No, you have a BF? Cool. It's like, nah, she won't even tell you she got a boyfriend. She just says no. Like, get out of my
Oh
face.
man. Let's see if they have anything interesting on their
Uh,
site.
as he says, look at Invicta Gladiator next. See, I'm telling you, we're descending into hell.
Yeah, yeah. Let me. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. It's a okay watch. Is anything? All right.
You know what Coffee and Watches says? You got to agree that the Zenith Star Road is pretty cool. I think that there's certain aspects about like when they implement the star is cool, but then certain watches they have the star on the dial, and I'm like, this just doesn't fit. Like I think branding issues sometimes with Zenith, but that's for another day.
New release from Bell and Ross, the BR05 Skeleton Phantom, another ceramic watch. Let me ask you a question. Do you think Bell and Ross can come back? Did you ever vibe with Bell and Ross? I know you slept more than a few in your marketplace days.
I can say that like they out of the watches that break all the time, like I won't say that this is one of them. Like I don't remember having huge issues with service. As far as like seeing one that I liked, not really. I'm not a real square guy. I respect them, but they're not for me.
They
It's
had a moment, man. They
it's
had a
very
moment.
niche. It's very a specific type of person wears Bell and Ross. So it's like a know you if you know you know type of watch for sure.
John D says ceramic cases are about as interesting as the latest Speedy Tuesday release.
Wait, there's another Speedy Tuesday release?
Hey, you remember when they were like hitting with the Speedy
Oh, that was
Tuesdays?
one of the first watches I bought. Like I bought like a Speedy Tuesday, my second origination. I remember like
Oh
the guy being so
yes,
mad, and then I
yes.
was like, no, 8,500 is the most. I wonder what they're trading for now.
Let's check.
The Speedy Tuesday was like, anyways, this Spell and Ross is okay, or was okay since you're not on it anymore. How much is this now?
12 grand for
So they're
the
trading. They haven't really.
Ultras. Nothing too crazy. The real way we gotta go high to low, because then somebody who left their listing up is gonna let us know where it was.
Tan feels that the Bell and Ross we were looking like at says Jesus. He said that it's okay for a Bell and Ross.
Yeah, it's not bad. I'm trying to figure out what I want to say. Like I feel like Bell and Ross is still at a place where they make a few cool movements, a few cool models that could probably make a way back. And they did have a time where they really focused on aviation style pieces, and they're moving a little bit more sporty. But I just showed you a Zenith all white ceramic. Of course, the Zenith movement, blah blah blah. But here's a black ceramic piece for $8,900. And listen, they're gonna give me a discount for this as soon as I walk in.
So
I
I guess
take
the
one step
question
away.
sometimes is, you know, one good model isn't enough to take a brand out of its depths of hell. How many what does it take? Like Bulgari made the Octo, and that kind of has given it a little bit of wind in its sails. But like it still needs more. What does it take for a brand? You know what I'm saying? To kind of be the tide that rises all boats. Because let's say
You need
that
a
this
hit
is a
record,
hit.
man. You need a hit record.
So
Lose a
like
had the streamliner, you know.
no, but I mean that we played that song to death, bro. I'm fucking tired of hearing that song.
Yeah, but they made enough where they can coast until the next album drops, you know.
No, they didn't. All I'm hearing is cover songs, and I'm getting fucking tired of hearing all the goddamn covers with different fucking genres. Let's
Well,
do this song with rap
sometimes
implementation.
John Lennon wants to run away with Yoko. You gotta let it happen, and they figure it out. But
But
things
am I
don't.
lying in that regard, though?
No, I
Wouldn't you
think you're
say that
absolutely right.
that's part of the reason? And I don't want to say this, but they're getting a little soft because that hit song, well, we heard it before, and you just keep on remixing it.
It's tough. You're not wrong. I'm just doing a little bit of
Uh,
overlook of Bell
Buckley
Ross.
said, "Man, that's disgusting." Welcome back, Buckley.
What's
uh,
happening, Buckley?
John D said, Regarding ceramic cases, it's a nice material to work with, but execution falls flat. Not exciting, in my opinion, or in my honest opinion. So AP and J112s, I'm sorry, J12s are just boring, and I put those brands in the same category. Tan says, at least it's not a copy of a Royal Oak. That's true. And then Essie said, the only ceramic I'd pick up over steel is called break. What is that? What am I missing?
A ceramic break, like for your cars.
Touche. You got me.
Heady play.
You got me.
But he doesn't like the J12s. I feel like J12s are okay.
That,
For
J12 is Chanel, right?
yeah, for a certain market.
It's a fucking Chanel, dude.
But hey, listen,
In my
you know,
opinion, like Chanel's in the same boat as Hermes, where it's like the like, hey, keep trying, you'll figure it out.
yeah, I mean,
Who makes the tambour? Is it Hermes?
Louis Vuitton.
Oh God, yeah, same boat. You didn't hear
Yeah, I'm
that.
not gonna go ahead and defend the J12 right now. I just know it's a watch.
Well,
It sells.
it's so funny because you went there and you were like, I'm gonna find something. I'm gonna change
Yeah,
something.
and I just like, it's like I can't today. But Buckley's already lining me up to like scoop some. He baited it. He was
Bro,
like,
after you had the shot, he's just like, go ahead. I'm waiting.
they know me too well, man. They know that. Like, just let's get him defending why everyone should have a Chanel J12 in their collection.
I've been telling Vimal, you're right. I've been telling CQ that he's gotta stop fencing and just be more like me and just come back.
So for me, it's not so much fencing; is that I really can find a way to love every watch. And for as much as like we could say that this isn't a good watch, I think if you right now wanted to present your wife, your significant other, with a really special piece that's gonna really look the way it should look for a long time, you're not gonna spend too much, and it's still gonna always have a nice look to it. You don't want to do steel. You can't afford gold. You don't want to go to vintage. A Chanel J12 is actually a great choice. And if she likes mechanical watches, they do great automatics as well. So that's what I'm saying. I'm that guy. I can defend the Invicta Super Russian diver. You know what I mean? So sometimes I gotta turn that off.
But
And
I
just
do have to say that just because you can doesn't mean you should. And so you're right. You got to be able to turn it off, and I do think that it's good that you can find positives in most brands. That's a good thing. But as somebody who gives advice to people who need it, you got to stop. I don't think that you don't give your opinion, but you do kind of skirt the line. You're a little lenient at times.
because
You
unless
don't want to
I
besmirch
see
anybody. I get
you
that.
know unless I see something
Unless it's
egregious,
Greenmont
unless it's Bremont, you know what I mean? 'Cause again,
or
that's a
AP
brand,
for some reason, or Richard Mille.
AP as
See,
well. RM, there's certain brands where there's nothing I can defend, and there's certain brands where like Chanel is hard for me to attack because like they're not really trying. They're
this
not,
is one
you
of
know what I
those
mean?
situations where even though you just keep clicking, you're not gonna find a winner.
Nah,
That works for crypto. It does not work for
I
watches. Do
keep
not
trying.
keep clicking. Don't just give up.
I
Just
try.
give
I
up.
try.
Oh man. Buckley says, when looking at a watch, you need to think in 2025, 2026, will this get me some what we talk about all the time in Miami or establish dominance in a room? Bell and Ross cannot do either of those things. Repeat this exercise for cross brands. But the thing
All
is,
right.
Buckley, the one thing is like we do have like the Gen Gs. There are people who might not be interested in catching the female's gaze or might not be interested in asserting dominance. Some people want to kind of get in there and be low key with it. Um, Bella Ross still is not the watch for that, in my opinion.
Wait, I didn't know the Captain Cook did a white ceramic.
Oh, I didn't know that either. John D says, CQ, the J12 runs quartz cheapness in most of the women's models except for their 33 and 38 mm.
Hey, listen, are you gonna every month you're gonna set the date? You're gonna do that? You're gonna
Oh, I thought
actually
this was gonna be
that
your
was a
daily beater.
yeah, that was a dumb excuse. I'm sorry. You guys win. You win. I'm off the Chanel Hill. I'm taking my J12s and I'm going. I'm going. I'm looking for Rado white ceramic. Okay. I'm just trying to get a Chanel contract. Don't you want us to like be in Thailand and like all the places and like just hawking shit Chanel's and you guys don't want to see us in luxury. They don't want to see us in luxury, Jay. And you're on their side. You want us to just stay on the outskirts and not get all the invites.
I don't see how Chanel is luxury in the watch space. It is luxury, but I just
Hey, they own part of FP Jordan, bro. They
what's going on, Mr. GMT? Thanks for joining up.
What's happening, Mr. GMT? All right, we're gonna look at a beautiful Rado white ceramic Captain Cook, and this is a better watch than a Chanel J12. So you guys win. You happy? This is actually beautiful, especially if you have a lady who loves like the ocean life, because this little anchor spins around. It's a nice
Damn.
watch.
The chat does not like Doug Ross, dude.
Yeah, no, I tried. Okay. Oh man! All right, let's go on to something I think the chat will like, even though not everybody might wear it. Barons and Constant Chaikin are back again with an update to the Joker, to the Ultralight series, and this is the Joker Ultralight.
I
So,
mean, he's another dude who just keeps playing the same fucking song, man.
well, I mean, but
And
people
but
are
we
in it though.
saw,
He's more like
yeah,
fish. People are going to support him.
you gotta be a specific type of person to like fish as well. I mean, I like fish the food, but the music, because that jab band
Man,
shit, like you gotta be into just like I can't tell where this begins and ends. And you're
you
fucking right. Shaken is definitely that, where it's just like, when did this start? Why am I still buying these fucking weird watches? Oh, it's shaken. That makes sense. This is not it though. I don't like this one. I like
all right.
most of his, but I don't like the case. It's like some kind of weird, not symmetrical shape.
Go, John D. Vimal says the joke is the guy who buys the Joker. John D says I have my college projects for sale too. J and D for sale to special clientele. So this is the original ultralight, which I think is super dope. A really cool looking watch. 8360 USD out of white. The red strap is available, black strap's available, and that was I guess the basis case wise for them to do this piece. And this is the take off of his Joker piece, and it's definitely for an acquired taste.
And Gen G, I do think that Shaken has nice watches, and I do like his Joker models. I just feel like every time he does a collab, it's like, all right, can you put some eyes and a weird mouth on it? Yeah, yeah. Like he can do more. Like we've seen some of his other watches. They do. I don't know. This is not it. I don't like this. Like, what is it? Sapphire Crystal is trapezoid. That's what that's called. Blech.
Yeah, so I like Barons. I like what Barons do very much. They're a Chinese company. I think they're one of the Chinese companies who are doing really
Yeah, we've
very
looked at a couple
interesting
of this stuff.
things.
They do some nice watches.
And I do like Chicken. I like some of his Wristmont stuff. I like some of his non-Wristmont stuff. I think this one, the Joker smile kills it on this. It just doesn't hit how I'd like it to hit. And they did a lot of variations. The black one's okay, actually.
I'm sorry, but they made like three too many. They should have just made fucking made two. Oh god, coffee and watch this. Chicken was cooking last year with the watch that was thinner than a credit card. And then Vimal threw in his favorite chicken into the
All right.
chat.
Vimal's favorite. Ooh, producer Vimal with the Carpe
Mm.
Diem.
But you see something like this, and it's like, damn. So bro can really cook.
No, so
And
that's the thing with him. He can make it all. Oh, okay. Oh, this is wow. Oh, need a sauce. Ladies and gentlemen of the chat, this is a website. This is a website. You give me a 360 model, I can drag and look at the watch. I'm just saying. This is pretty cool though. Great taste, Jamal. I love it. What goes on with the hourglass here, Jamal? Educate the class. This is pretty cool.
John D said, "I'll be cooking chicken for dinner." No smiley face on the grill. This shit is what, 400,000, 500,000. I just see all the engraving and all that, and the fucking
No
movement's
problem.
got engravings. It's just like, be like, at least I just keep on thinking
This
about the Bavaria, bro, and I'm just like, the Bavaria just keeps on popping up in my head. I'm just like, 500 grand. What? This at least I can be like, well, did you see the mosaics on the side of the case? What's this?
this
Is
is my
another chicken?
yeah. This is my favorite chicken. So it's based off the original video cameras, which is just like the a candle and like I'm messing it up, but basically it's a throwback to the original forms of cinema. When you click the trigger, you can see the horse moves, and it's just done in a really amazing way. As a
That's just
fan
because
of
you're a
film,
fucking video design major, dude. You're
yeah,
such a,
it is.
you're so niche. Jesus.
I am niche. I can't help it. I can't help it. All
Vimal
right.
says that that's a sandglass in the watch. The animated display of the passing minutes is represented by the illusion of the golden sand flowing through the hourglass from the upper to the lower spheres.
Wow,
Cool.
that's deep.
Poetic. We just
Okay.
started the Genghis Khan documentary, The Secret Histories of the Mongols. Very interesting. Not as good as Caesar, though, on this one.
Well, you got to ask Diraj. I think Diraj is the history major, and he gave us some good because he noted that if
If
get
Caesar, yeah,
if Caesar moved more like Genghis Khan, he would have been able to achieve his goals. But we're
yeah.
not we're not choosing sides. We're not choosing sides. We're just
Chris
reflecting.
DDS says, "Okay, back fellas with two-tone talk. Humor me for a second. A 126621 Yachtmaster 40 in either chocolate or black dial. Yay or nay?"
12661 Yachtmaster 40. Ooh, this is actually wait no, I put the wrong numbers in. 1266. This is actually one of the tougher toss ups you could have. So we're talking 40 millimeter Yachtmaster, Ever Rose Gold and Steel, and the question is, do we go for the chocolate dial or do you go for the black dial? And I've had this is one of the tougher decisions you could make.
Chocolate. It's not even close to me.
You
Where
say
else?
that.
Where else are you gonna get a chocolate dial? There's very few watches from Rolex that you're gonna get that dial for. Am I wrong in saying that?
Do you wear the? Is there a wearability issue in what you wear, like what clothes you wear and things like that? Or is the chocolate dial less versatile in your opinion than the black dial?
I just like the go. I feel that the being two tone with the brown dial, it just works. But you could make the argument the black dial had more use case. You could.
Yeah,
I
this
like
is
brown.
tough. This is tough. I think I go black. I've just seen it in person, and every time I see the rose gold and black, it just does. It's a very interesting vibe, man, and I just like it. Both watches aren't watches that you see every day, but I will agree, the rose gold with the chocolate dial, it's a really nice chocolate dial. Um, Let me see another good picture, and it just because it's kind of like a sunburst, it takes in light in a lot of really good ways. Gun to my head, I go black dial, but if you ask me tomorrow, I'll probably go brown dial. It's a very. It depends on what else is in your collection. To be honest with you, if you have a bunch of black dials, you have anything similar, then you go this way. But I think either way, this watch is a great pick, and as you can see, the values aren't crazy on them at all. At all. Coughing watches ask CQ, should I go PRX or Christopher Ward 12? You know, I'm gonna say go PRX, which has a more masculine look in your opinion. I don't know. I've been rocking these PRXs for a long time now, and the reason why I keep rocking them. It's just I get so many compliments on them. I like a watch that feels good on the wrist. They have a really nice weight. The Powermatic 80 movement is one of the better movements out there, especially for the price point, and is super accurate. And I just really like it. The Christopher Ward 6, I haven't spent as much time with, but I could just only tell you glowing things about the PRX, to be honest with you. You can also get the chocolate dial on the two-tone. They just very, very true, very, very true. But the Yachtmaster, either way, I think very, very good. Very, very good picks. All right, how long have we been going for? I think we've been going for a while. Let's get one or two more questions to wrap out the day. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys are amazing. You make it so easy to do content every day for you. When I saw that message from Bimal, I was like, oh, it gotta go, and I love it. And I'm glad we got Instagram working. We were working to up the production value and get some really cool things going. And I have some interesting merch on the way. And producer Bimal shirts will somehow get out there first. Let's see. What should we talk about? What should we talk about? I don't know. My Barons does some really interesting things, especially for the price point. I wanted to show my favorite bearings, but I don't think. All right, Vimal says thoughts on Hydra Watch. Could you drop a link, Vimal, on that one? Cause when I pull that up, or do you mean a constant shaking one? There we go. So that's the thing, man. He does some really interesting, like traditional S stuff as well. That I really enjoyed. Oh, I will check the link. Oh, this is dope. So this is doing on the Hydra calendar. Um, right, he got the whole calendar in there. So this calendar, if I'm correct, is based off on the Islamic. Yep, it's an Islamic calendar, which is super hard to do. And I think wow, my first time seeing this. I've seen other Hijra. I think there's a clock, and I think a few other watches out there. This is my first time really looking at this, but I love the aesthetics of the hands and the overall concept for sure.
It's a nice watch. It looks a little like I like that hands are fucking completely different. The indices look
Yeah.
like something I've never seen before. What's the price in this watch? You know, that's all I'm here for.
Well, I'm so first off, before we talk about price, like this
Oh
is
God.
well, no, because you got to really think about what's going on here, right? So this is you could say a perpetual calendar ish, but done for the Islamic calendar. So that means certain dates, certain Eid and things like that. Certain things need to be highlighted, and a bunch of other things that I'm not going to talk about because I'm not as well versed as I need to be. So the to make it is just very very hard as well, and a lot of different complications and calculations need to be made just for that. And Vimal notes he does pieces for the Jewish calendar as well. Which VC did some amazing pieces for the Jewish calendar, I think 4 or 5 years ago, that were just like pretty insane. So this for sure is going to be at least $100,000 for sure. But take it as if you're somebody,
Jesus Christ.
where the calendars that are made normally aren't made for your culture. They aren't made for what you like to observe. So this thing would resonate with you in a very very special way. If there was an island time watch that did it, you know what I mean? It's the same type of even like
So it's
that's not
like
even a
20
great
minutes late at all
example.
times.
Exactly. That's even a terrible example because this is tied into religion and different things. So that was a terrible example. So somebody who's really like as I said it, I'm like that's just such a horrible example. But like if somebody who's the observant of your religion and you love that culture, you love your culture, this would speak to you in an amazing way. So I wouldn't expect it to be a conservative price. Let's say that.
Okay, so what's the price?
None of these watches are available anymore, all in private collection. These used to be sub 20,000 at one point. Once the Joker became popular, this whole collection went into the vault. Wow. And
Interesting.
that's why you see a lot of pieces like this from him where they're not made. Somebody asked you about one of his world timers the other day, and the same thing is like he's working on a new one. And this is, I'm not gonna try to pronounce it. Decalogue Lua Shana piece, unique. Um, wow, he does really cool stuff. I think I'm gonna end with the VC Jewish calendar pieces because they were cool. We're checking out some serious stuff. It's crazy that you could have picked these up for nothing. And so that's why it's interesting now where the world is just a little bit different in terms of like where you can catch them, where you can catch a watchmaker when they're starting out versus where they enter now. They enter at a much higher price point now than before. And then this is the super complicated. The Vacheron reference 57260, 57 complications, the world's most complicated watch ever at the time. I think since then they have made something. Maybe this I gotta double check. They've made other complicated watches. I don't know if they beat 57. I'm not sure. Thank you, Coffees and Watches. Glad we could bring a fun stream to you. That is our goal every day. We like to give you some education, but we want to give you entertainment, a little bit of relaxation. We like to take the conversation where you want to go. If you guys want to have a serious stream and just talk about movements and tourbillons and watch Jay glaze over, we can
I
do
was about to
that.
say,
Or if
I'll
we
bring
want to
my
have
fucking headrest, dude. I was like,
exactly. Or if we want to just, hop all over the place, it doesn't matter to us as long as you guys are having a great day and you guys are always supporting you. You're always showing up. So that's why we have to show up for you. So thank you guys so much. And do me a favor, upvote that thumbs up button. It does a lot for us. But showing up all the time, we're marching towards the hours we need to hit to get the memberships and things going, which will just let us upgrade more and do more great things. So thank you so much for the support and shout out SC. If you had something like this, maybe not this particular watch, but if you had like a big old super complicated watch, how would you display that? Or would you one day just rock it? Like figure out a way to like saddle it on your back or something like that? Not your back, but
what? Looking like
like
Master Roshi?
yeah, exactly.
No.
Yes, this is the oh man.
Yes,
Uh
like and subscribe. Let's get CQ up to 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 hours, so that we can get a little bit more production. Because he comes from a video world. He wants to do like glitz and glamour and fireworks. So if you know guys who like watches, spread the word. CQ and Jay, the retired guy, do a stream every day on the weekdays. So come on down.
Exactly. Appreciate your support so much. And yes, the plans are to keep doing lives daily, but to take us from this studio into, when we do watch events, Dubai Watch Week, I'm going to try to live stream from there. I want to pop into Switzerland in September. If I get to Geneva Watch Days, I'll live stream from there as well. And yeah, as soon as we can get monetized, all that support, even the merchant things, when you guys see me start throwing it out there, it just goes back into upping the production value and making sure we can give you guys super quality streams in a somewhat timely manner, and yeah, but anyways, thank you guys so much. This was amazing stream today. A lot of great energy and an all-star chat. We got Essie back today. The German Federation of Gottlieb and Co. is still strong. Hope you guys are having an amazing summer. I hope you guys are traveling, doing good things, staying close to your family, kissing the ones you love. But I thank you so much for supporting us and just letting us entertain you and talk watches for a little bit. Jay, talk to the people.
Wow. The Cougar Wink definitely sells watches, but
It
we
does.
appreciate you guys coming over and spending time with us. It was a fun chat, and it's not fun unless people come in and give us something to talk about. So, just make sure you're tuning in with us on a daily basis, and we're gonna have fun. Until next time, it's Friday already. God damn.
Yeah, Food May Friday. That's gonna be tomorrow's show. Vimal says flavor when he's talking about that big clock there, and Did I miss something there?
I strapped the VC on my deep sea challenge. Wait, oh, wait. I thought I was. What's the name of the fucking submarine that imploded by Titanic?
Oh gosh, that's the not that was not the deep sea challenge. Anyways, guys, I hope you have a great day, and thank you everyone on Instagram who popped in even for 1 second. It means a million to me. Have a great day.